Welcome to the bad boy pod, talking bad boy bards, make a good girl nuts with the bad boy swag. Having conversations that a bad boy man, sit down, relax, kick back, have a blast, enjoy the bad boy pod, brought to you by Lady Parts.
Oh, it's magic. We went on
Santic.
We went on a 3,000 step walk today. Do you check your steps?
Wow. No, I don't. I have not in a while. It's too depressing.
I mean, yeah, I've been on I'm like been a mopey mazy about my physique lately.
Gotcha.
Happens. Yeah. Are you ever a mopey mazy about your physique?
Not lately, because I've literally lost so much weight in quarantine. It's insane.
Yeah, I think you're in the minot.
I don't understand how that works. I mean, stress though. I'm not an eater when I'm stressed, and it's like, has there been more stress than pandemic? I don't know.
Me neither. And I'm like, I feel like I eat pretty well, but maybe it's the oatmeal.
Oh wow, you think oatmeal is just
oatmeal
is
ruining my body?
No.
I don't know what it is. But I'm going to be really upset if I have to cut oatmeal out of my life because I fucking love that shit.
I don't think anyone should cut oatmeal out of their life. Please tell me. I'm very interested.
Okay, so I'm actually on a muesli kick right now, but I do the same.
Love muesli.
But I do the same thing with oatmeal. So I take it, I add like a good old globule of almond butter.
Okay.
And a sprinky dinky of salt.
It's magic.
Oh, there's your secret. Okay.
The salt.
That sounds nice.
I said to Jerry the salt's a secret, and he was like, "Well, it's on the package to use salt." And I was like, "Yeah, but no one does." So it's my secret.
Physically assaulted him.
Yeah, I did. Great weekend so far. Okay, so then I put it in the microwave for 2 minutes.
Okay.
Add water, obvi. 2 minutes, stir, because it's very hard to stir the almond butter in when she's all cold. But warmed up, she blends in real nice. And you really have like almond muesli. And then I take it out. I add a little bit of granola for crunch. And then whatever fruits I have handy. Been going hard on the razzles. And we have some nanners as well. Fucking sit on men's faces and then walk away.
Wow, we still have that one.
What is that from?
I don't remember.
Fucking sit on men's faces and walk away.
But
is that an SVU?
I really don't remember. But you said it, certainly.
I certainly said it.
Yeah, but that's kind of the general vibe of like the oatmeal you just described. I mean,
it's
kill
so
someone
good.
with your pussy.
Yeah. Every time I take a bite, it's like I'm being killed by a pussy. That's how good it is.
I can't.
Dirty
It sounds to me, based on what I know now about you, that you would be in the population of people that hates milk in oatmeal.
I mean, stirred in is stirred in is stirred in.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Whatever that means. But yeah, sure, fine. So basically means you're like a child where it's okay if it's in, but you just can't see it. Okay, fine. It's like a dog when you have to give them a pill.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm comparing it to children. You just made I want to get a gif of what you just did. You're like, blah.
Anyway, I'm Julie Davidovich, and if I had it my way, I would give my cats one pill every hour, every day for the rest of my life.
Why would anyone do that?
I don't know.
My name is Zoe Clarn. If you want to feed me broccoli, put it in a pill pocket.
I knew you were going to say put it in a pill pocket.
The things are bizarre, and they have never worked for my cats. So
I've never used one on my dog or myself.
As a scared person who, like, before I thought I realized I could just shove my hand in my cat's mouth, I was like, oh yeah, pill pocket seems like a less stressful way of doing it to your cat. You
really just need to yank it and shove it in there with
you
the pill.
Just don't be afraid. Truly, just grab your cat's face, shove it down there.
Do you rub the throat?
You got to rub the throat after.
Yeah, you gotta rub the throat. I try, but like Sully's very like he won't swallow. Marcy doesn't even notice what's happening.
Classic Mars.
If you put a pill in her food bowl, she'll eat it. Sully will eat everything but the pill. It's remarkable.
Wow. I mean, you could put it on her bed and it'd end up a suppository somehow.
Ooh, insertables.
Yeah,
great.
it's a whole new thing.
That was a fun. I love
venture
oatmeal.
into insertables.
I was gonna say that I wish I had an oatmeal insertable.
No.
I think it's the quantity of oatmeal I'm eating, because like it's so good. I make so much that when I'm done eating it, I am like uncomfortably full.
My strange addiction to oatmeal. But I mean, people like oatmeal because it's supposed to keep you full for like a large amount of time or whatever.
Like months. Like the amount I eat, it's months.
Like hibernation periods.
Yeah.
Like eat a bowl and sleep for a decade.
Did you see the bear in Eagle Rock?
Everyone keeps bringing up this bear in Eagle Rock, and I didn't see it personally because I don't spend much time in Eagle Rock anymore.
No, but I mean the picture is online.
Yeah, they're kind of cute.
I mean, it's a big old brown bear. Brown bear, what brown bear? Okay.
We'll put it in the slider.
Yeah, we'll give him some shine a week later. He deserves it. It was cute. I like when the big animals come down and freak everybody out. Like
I love when the big animals come down.
Like when that like huge crocodile dinosaur was walking through Florida. Remember the crocodile dinosaur?
Humans deserve it, and
I know we really do.
That's all I can say about it.
They freak a leak. I hate alligators and crocodiles. Hate them.
My name is Zoe Clark, and you heard it here first.
How can you not hate them? They're horrifying.
I haven't formed an opinion on them, certainly.
But you're scared of them.
But I guess I have watched a lot of Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
And they've really made them out to seem very terrifying, but
Yeah, they give them the music. Are you more, if you had to be in a swimming pool with a shark or a crocodile, which would you rather be in? Poll or coming to the Bad Boy Podcast Instagram.
You're literally not going to believe this, but my earphones cut out for 1 second and I didn't hear the other option. Alligator or what?
Shark.
Shark? What the fuck? Both of those are terrifying. I would rather have a fucking alligator, though. The shark would probably come after my bloody pussy or whatever they do.
Yeah, they only fuck on the period. It's their little thing. True. Okay, who's your bad boy on the block?
Oh, guess who wrote it down this week?
Oh.
I mean, bad boy me, first of all. Definitely thought I ordered later, did not, and then I had to do an emergency Instacart.
That's so funny because when you sent me the screenshot of Kevin, Julia's delivery person was named Kevin.
Simulation Land.
It's there. It says view. I was like, I almost made a comment like, oh shit, they had to edit your kitty litter because it says 2 items were like changed or something. So I even knew that something was up with the kitty litter.
Do you want to hear the drama of the kitty litter?
I do.
It's really not a huge drama.
No, well, tell me, why not?
He was like, it's not available. There's no container of it. And then he sent me a picture of the aisle and it was like right at the top. And I was like, yeah, it just doesn't come in the jug anymore. And he was like, okay. And that was the big drama.
Oh.
So we had to replace it with the exact same thing.
That is
huge drama.
That's
huge
an oopsie.
Drama.
That's an oopsie, Julia, for sure.
I mean, if it's an oopsie anyone,
okay.
It's an oopsie Instacart for not updating their goddamn photo.
Update your photo, Instacart. Look within yourself.
Very important update. Yeah, look within yourself. Let me find my actual bad boy because that's just a off the cuff bad boy that is gnawing at my nipple.
Whoa, okay. No, if it's gnawing at your nipple, it's gnawing at your nipple. It's kind of like the new grinds my gears.
Yeah, it's the lady version. I guess men have nipples too.
I don't know about nipples.
That. Yeah. Okay.
I universally hate nipples, as you know.
Why? Yeah. I mean, you don't have to tell me that.
What was your why?
I was just going to ask why male dogs have nipples and shit. And like all of them, but it's like the same with humans.
Yeah, I think
just
for pleasure.
Someone just describe mammals to me.
Yeah, let's get a mammal expert on the pod. Our next guest is just going to be a full-blown scientist. It's going to be great. They're going to come. We're going to talk about Sean Penn or some shit.
They're going to be like, my first memory of Sean Penn was nothing. I'm a scientist and I've been learning science. I don't care for Sean Penn.
No, they can teach us the psychology of bad boys.
That sounds terrible. Okay, bad boy zombies.
Zombies? Jamba Juice?
No, it's called zombies. They are boxers with pockets, and they've been in my Instagram feed for like the last week, and I'm starting to lose my mind.
And we'll put them in Slider. It's just, they're
absolutely.
for men only?
They're for men only. I mean, maybe, I'm sure they're for everyone. Oh no, they're for everyone. It says customer Emma, but just call them shorts. What's the fucking difference?
But I don't like
so
that.
ugly.
I don't, will you send me them?
Yeah, they're just capitalizing on loungewear right now, and I hate it. I fucking, like, you know what? Just wear some fabric on your legs.
Okay, these look comfortable.
Oh, suck my ass.
Shorts you can wear commando. You deserve to chill. Boxers with pockets. Sounds so crazy. Feels so good.
Okay.
Yeah, customer
Do you want to
Emma.
guess how much they are?
Sure. I bet they're $39.99 for a pair.
Oh, I was gonna guess 35. I'm gonna look.
Okay, well now the ads are only gonna get worse.
$35 on the dot. Holy shit. Listen, I should go on Prices Right.
You win. You literally win. I should have known, like, the $99.99 is so 2000s, early aughts. Like, we're all about the round numbers again. I don't know why we got into the 0.9, like the 99-cent culture where everything was like $5.99. Like, I don't know why that happened.
That was all psychology. All of that is all marketing bullshit. The 97, the 98.
Yeah.
Fucking H&M does like the 95s.
Yeah.
It's psychology bullshit.
Like every
fashion industry.
company like a Jambies that advertises on Instagram, nothing has 99 cents anymore. It's all like 32, you know? It's like my bras, I get them from a Instagram company, and it's like 20. I wish 20. It's like 41.
Because it makes you feel good because you're spending under 50, but just above 40.
Yeah.
It's like it's a psychological hell that we're in.
People without breasts have no idea how expensive bras are.
Oh, don't get me started.
It's absurd. It's sub.
It's sub. And what's the difference? Getting your fucking meat taken out? No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I want my meat to stay in my titties.
Okay, well, you heard it here first. That's Julia Davidovich, of course. She wants her meat to stay right in her titties. Okay, so I have a bad boy on the block.
Tell me.
Okay, so
Tell us.
I would say we are sporadic composters. Sometimes we're on, sometimes we're off. But the problem with inconsistency is we have a compost bin under the sink. And when we're on, we're using the bin, and we're bringing the bin from the under the sink to the compost thing outside.
I'm so scared.
And this week, Jerry was like, can you figure out, there's like these little bugs all over the house. They're like little brown.
I can't.
They look like sesame seeds per our conversation last week. They look like dark brown sesame seeds, and they're wiggling all around, and they're like hard. Like when you push them to, give them a good squish, they are hard little guys, but makes them easier to flick. Anyway, so I looked him up.
All right.
I looked him up, and it was like, these are here because of food. And I was like, food? And then Jerry was like, yeah, there's compost under the sink. And it's like, we haven't brought out we haven't like taken out the compost in maybe 2 weeks. And it was,
oh my God.
And it was onions. And so
your favorite thing.
I know, I love an onion.
Angel.
Oh man. And she was globbing. So I brought it out. I dumped it in the compost bin, and one onion wrapper didn't make it into the compost bin. And you know who had to eat that up? Marceline.
No, I cannot. Absolutely.
And then her breath smelled like onions for like 12 hours. It wasn't too long. But when she came into bed at night, it was like the first thing I smelled was this huge whiff of onion when she got into bed. And like I had to position her head away from me so that when she opened her mouth, it like wouldn't impact me. And I was scared
Oh,
because
you
I was
have a-
like, what's going to happen if she eats a rotten onion? Anything? No, she's just smell like ass.
I mean, yeah, that was my big question. Like, is that, I know it's kind of toxic for animals to eat onions, at least cats or whatever.
It was such a small amount, and it was probably like 99% disintegrated. So I don't know what she maybe just like licked something.
Ugh, maybe she got one bug.
She got a single brown bug. Anyway, so that's my
Yeah,
bad
we'll
boy.
put those buggies in the slider
Okay,
because they sound
I'll
interesting.
I'll try to take a picture of one in real life. They do complement the color of our couch very nicely. It's very earth tone, very Scandinavian, sort of stunning,
God.
brown on brown. And then we could put the close-up picture of a bug in Wilmer because that always really grosses you out.
Your compost setup in your home has a lid, surely.
Shirley, her name is Shirley. She's a sturdy little lid. But I think we're gonna just start doing like freezer, like having a tuppy, using it as the in between, and putting it in the freezer, and then once it's filled, bring it to the back. Bring it to the back. We're gonna execute it. So that's sort of, yeah.
It's just like that skunk got executed in your listen.
Look,
you live on an executionary property.
So close to the skunk execution zone, the compost bin.
Oh, now I can picture it. It's been a while.
So that's my bad boy on the block this week, and yeah, that's it.
Gosh, what a week for everybody!
Are you going to be tuning in to the Meghan Oprah interview or what?
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, not live, certainly. I don't think I'll make it live.
No.
If I get bored this week, maybe I'll watch it. Yep. I mean, for the culture.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, and like I'm sure we'll get the good clips. Like we're going to get the good clips. We'll watch all the good clips tomorrow. Like I'm sure we'll end up watching about 10 minutes of it. And it's the only 10 minutes that matter.
Yeah. I mean, you think it's a big distractor, Reno, from pervert big Prince Albert?
No, Prince Albert's, I think, Andrew. The name of the penis piercing.
There we go. I mean, I was like, for some reason I had the thought, like, could it possibly be that Prince is also named after a penis piercing?
No, that's Prince Andrew. No. Yeah, no, there was a theory that but that happened obviously before Jeffrey Epstein killed himself and blah, 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 blah. Did not, et cetera. That was when
it really feels like
Meghan,
6 years ago,
when the Queen and Meghan were having that infighting, and the press was all over Meghan and Harry and blah blah blah. And there's a theory that when the press was focusing on Meghan and Harry, it was to distract from Prince Andrew's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know what I mean, because at this point, I don't know. I don't know what this is. I think just Meghan and Harry trying to move on with their lives and be regular, very, very famous people in America. That's what they want to be. They want to be super duper famous, but not royals in the UK.
Yeah. I mean, oh God, what a world, baby. What a world.
Because I
can't believe it.
My dirty little secret. They're here. My dirty little secret is that I watched Prince Harry on James Corden. I watched the full 16-minute clip. And I don't know why I have
no idea about this clip. I'll watch him if he goes on Hot Ones. How about that? I'll watch him eat wings. That would be really funny
to see Harry and Meghan on Hot Ones.
That would be fun.
I mean, I can't imagine Harry has had that much spicy food. I mean, maybe at this point, I guess they travel and stuff, but
oh, Harry would absolutely shit his pants.
Oh, he would 100% shit his pants. He would really hyperventilate.
Women, will you please like me?
That would be classic Harry. It's wild that he ended up being the hot one. Hot one.
Yeah,
hot
you're
one.
right.
Hot ones.
Hot one. Uh-oh.
Jesus. It's meant to happen.
It's I don't know. Did I mention
what?
It's meant to happen. Did I already mention that I watched that weird not weird, but it was a not very amazing documentary on simulation theory.
No, you did not tell me this. Sounds nerdy.
Oh God. Yeah, but whatever. A lot of it isn't proven, and a lot of the documentary is just nerds being like, "This is what I think," and you're like, "Well, It doesn't make it proven.
Oh, yeah.
So, but a lot of like coincidences that happen when you're just kind of like, oh, that feels a little bizarre.
Mm-hmm. Like the Elisa Lam stuff, like the Lam Elisa.
That shit.
Yeah.
The Lam Elisa.
The Lam Elisa.
When the same, you see kind of the same thing 3 times in your day somehow. Where you're just kind of like, that's weird that you mentioned that. It's weird that you mentioned that.
Yeah, like
and then
why
it's weird
did
that
Utah
you
come up 3 times randomly for no reason?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. Or
is life more like an algorithm now? You know what I mean?
Ooh.
That's Julia's algorithm theory. I think that life has just become an algorithm.
I love to think about it that way.
It seems weird because it's just like, oh, you saw that? Can I suggest another cup of coffee to you? I can't think of
Is this one of those moments where I'm like, maybe we shouldn't be high for the entire podcast?
No.
Just kidding. No, because life is an algorithm, high or sober. And you can't prove it's not. And then we'll talk. Prove it's not. Cool. So, speaking of the queen, she got 2 more corgis. Oh, now we're doing some updates. This
is royal updates.
Yeah, this is royal updates.
Be kind to everyone.
100%. And the queen got 2 new corgis, so she has about 95 now. She and Jeffree Star are in a constant competition for who can get more corgis for the queen or Pomeranians for the star.
I thought you were going to say Prince, but
whatever. Okay, fine. Pomeranians for the prince. That would have been funnier. Okay.
Also, who is Jeffree Star dating now? That should just be like a weekly thing.
Email Diane, not Kanye.
Email Diane,
that was fake. Although I wish it was real. Okay, so some bad boy updates. Just today, a New York State senator called on Andrew Cuomo, bad boy from last week, perhaps you remember the Cuomo Showmo, called on him to resign. He basically signed a bill that would limit his powers, but said he's not going to resign.
So weird. Okay.
I mean, he needs to grow up.
Just fucking resign.
Just resign, you dick. You can have meatballs. You can have meatballs for every meal now.
Meatballs every Sunday.
He's had meatballs more than every Sunday since the scandal came out. He's been completely drowning in meatballs. Drowning his sorrows in meatballs.
Drowning his sorrows in meatballs. It kind of just seems like I literally, by the way, Googled who is Jeffree Star dating, and I just scrolled through an article.
Who is he dating?
I didn't get to the bottom quite yet, but it said it was updated 7 days ago. Sean Vanderwilt? Who's that?
No idea. Sounds like a rich person.
Well, that is who it is. So, yeah, anyone with a van in front, you're just kind of like...
Yeah. You're like, oh, I see who we're dealing with.
Oh, so you have a castle, it appears.
Yeah, Jeffree Star would only date people with castles, and that would make him a prince. Email Diane if that's true. Mm-hmm. And then, big Crystalia update. Crystalia faces child porn lawsuit from a woman who says he had sex with her at 17. Comedian Crystalia is facing a new lawsuit that accuses him of violating federal child pornography and child exploitation laws, including soliciting more than 100 explicit photos and videos from a woman identified as Jane Doe. Half of the photos and videos were allegedly taken when she was 17. So, sounds like there was evidence.
So glad.
Yeah. I mean, none of this stuff would work out in court, like criminal court. So I'm glad he's getting his ass sued.
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm really glad.
Yeah.
And I hope that, the others get a chance.
Oh, the other of Crystalia's victims. Yeah, I do too. Yeah. I do too.
Because I'm sure there are several. This can't just be an isolated incident.
No, I'm sure it's not. And I hope having one person come forward. It's also the more of these cases, the grooming specifically cases, I think people are still so confused as to what it means. I mean, myself included, that it's just for it to be legitimized, even if it's a lawsuit and not a criminal trial, for it to be legitimized as a real thing that causes, trauma to this person. I don't know. It's not easy to but I hopefully her identity is protected through the end of the trial. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, man. What a fucking position to be in.
I know. Can I show you a doodle I made? We'll post him in
doodle it down. Wow.
Is he hot?
Yeah.
And then I wrote benchmark log out because I also made this lady.
What does that mean, benchmark?
I don't know. Sometimes when I Google, I just
beautiful doodles.
Beautiful doodles. Sometimes when I doodle, I just write random shit, or I'll write an ampersand 45 times. So it's just random shit.
Oh yeah, classic doodle fest.
Yeah, it's really a classic doodle fest. I like to do a combination of pictures and letters. So let's move on to our bad boy of the week.
Women, will you please like me?
No doubt, no doubt. So this is, I guess, I don't know. Is it a...
I am an imperfect man.
It's definitely a Mr. Imperfect Man, your rose ceremony. It's a Mr. Final... We'll just say Mr. Final Rose Your Gal. It's Chris Harrison, but also the Bachelor franchise as a whole.
True.
Holes.
Because it's... yeah, as a holes, because it's bad.
It's bad. She's bad.
It's bad, baby. Holes.
So do we think Chris Harrison has been vaccinated? He's 50 or 45. I'm going to say he has been. He's too rich.
Ooh, okay. I think he's been vaccinated through rich means.
He's definitely
you think
been
he's
vaccinated.
dumb enough to post?
Oh, he's really vaccinated through rich means.
Oh, yeah.
He
vaccinated
knows,
through rich means.
He knows Johnson, the first Johnson and Johnson and Johnson.
You're right. He knows the third Johnson that no one talks about, too.
The forgotten Johnson.
Forgotten Gobbler Johnson.
Oh, poor Gobbler Johnson. But his connections with Chris Harrison will bring him, through. He'll break through. He's going to be huge. Gobble Johnson. What was it?
Vaccinate all Bachelor and Bachelorettes.
I know. Please vaccinate Bachelor Nation. That's our big cause for the day. You're not watching this season, though.
I'm not. I dropped off because I have no friends to watch it with.
Well, you're not.
That's not what I mean.
I know what you mean. You're literally not missing out at all. Matt is the most boring man in the fucking world. Okay, so for those unfamiliar, this season is in 25 seasons of The Bachelor. This season,
oh my god,
is the
how many
first.
How many seasons have you seen?
Not all of them. Not all of them. I've probably seen. I'm going to say 8 seasons of The Bachelor and 8 seasons of The Bachelorette.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not obscene.
No.
Not that I would judge or anything.
I definitely have not seen all of it.
Okay.
But so in 25 seasons, this season is the first year that The Bachelor had is a black male lead. And in 2017 was the first time the entire franchise had a black lead at all, when Rachel Lindsay was the Bachelorette.
Mm-hmm.
And last season's Bachelorette was half black. So they've always had long-standing issues with race in the franchise. I mean, it's no secret. But it just sucks. It sucks that they chose fucking Matt, who's such a loser. And I just think that the fact...
Why is he such a loser?
He's just really bad on TV. He's just not good on TV. And I think there's a reason that the contestants should be on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette before they're chosen to be the lead, because they got TV training and you can tell if they're going to fucking suck. You know what I mean?
So he's not a part of the franchise.
No.
They just brought him in randomly.
No.
They just didn't source.
That's
really weird. They didn't. But I mean, it's weird for them that they didn't just take him from the franchise already. That's all they usually do. They're addicted to doing.
They're
that.
addicted to doing that. And there are do you remember from Hannah Brown's season, Mike?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I do. Ooh, I liked Mike.
Yeah, he's fucking hot as hell.
Mike wasn't hot. He was a winner.
So
we'll
definitely put Mike on the slider, because he would have been perfect. And he's good on camera. And it's why did you pick... So Matt is Tyler, also from Hannah Brown season. Tyler's best friend.
Okay.
So we've talked about it a little bit. Oh, by the way, Chris Harrison is worth $25 million. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Then.
Yeah, that sounds... He has really resting... Does he have a resting Ryan Seacrest face?
He kind of does. He really does, though.
I'm ready for him, that look, to fade out.
Oh, my God.
He has big 5'7" energy to me, but he's actually 5'10".
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, all the bachelors are so tall because I feel like they pick a lot of like pro football players and stuff.
Yeah. I still believe your theory that there's like an NFL to ABC pipeline.
I think so. Is that my theory?
You said that
I feel
once.
like that's I feel like I know that because casting, and I feel like she mentioned that to me.
Oh.
Whatever.
When they were athletes and now they are influencers. So congratulations to them. They really did the American dream.
Yeah, that really is the American dream for many now.
It really is. The Bachelor has created some of our best influencers, and that you cannot deny. No, you can. There are better ones.
Well, 90 Day Fiance has some of the greatest influencers now, I will say.
of all time. So the most recent drama, just for a little recap-a-roo. Someone on the current season whose name is Rachel, I think it's Kirkconnell, but I keep wanting to say Kirkconnell, but I believe it's Kirkconnell. So we'll call her Rachel K. Because the other Rachel is Rachel Lindsay, who we'll call Rachel L. And she's the first Black Bachelorette. And they play very different roles in the story. So Rachel K is on the current season, and she is the front runner. And Matt is obsessed with her. And these photos came out of her at an Old South party, an antebellum party. And some other shit came out about her, like saying racist things to people in high school, like she made fun of a classmate for dating a black person, like some random other things came out. But the big skidoo was the I don't know why I said skidoo, but the big skidoo was the Old South party. So Chris Harrison, silent on this issue for a little while, decided to have a sit down with Rachel Lindsay.
This was so painful.
It was really painful. And they basically talked about the issue. And Chris Harrison was basically like, we can't look at something that happened in 2018 with the lens of 2021. Like in 2018, those were just some girls dressing up, having fun at a party. But it's 2021 and we're looking at the world through a different lens now. And Rachel Lindsay was like, okay, so it's okay that she did that in 2018. And he said basically in 2018, yeah, that's okay.
Right. I mean, he definitely said that.
Yeah.
He on top of cutting her off, explaining racism to her and and explaining what he thought Rachel K was doing and her intentions on top of it was so cuckoo. It was impossible to watch. You're just like, I can't believe you're actually doing this. You're bumbling through it.
He could not have fumbled the bumble harder. Because he basically was like, we need to give her grace. We need to give her time to apologize. Weeks later, people came at Rachel Lindsay hard on Instagram for basically being like, Chris had some whack apology after that conversation with Rachel Lindsay. And it was basically like, I'm learning, I'm trying to be better. I'm going to take time away from the franchise to focus on myself and really explore what it means to be me, Chris Harrison.
I'm an imperfect man.
Yep.
Antebellum parties are not okay.
That's what he learned.
I am an imperfect man.
He took a few weeks off. He took a few weeks off to focus on himself and gather up the courage to say antebellum parties are not okay.
Right.
So
as if anyone's really, I'm sure no one's having them as much anymore. It's like a little too late, but
right.
The way he read that apology, I mean, man, he has got to work on his little zoomy skills there. Not that I'm the authority on stage presence.
Yeah.
But he's really bungling it when he's pausing in his apology to read the word I'm sorry because of glance at my notes. You have no idea why you're sorry. You couldn't have rehearsed this.
Should we watch it?
Bizarre.
Obviously not the
we
whole
should.
Not the whole thing. Just the just the interview part. Okay. Yeah, he really fucked it up. He really fucked it up. But right after the interview, with Rachel Lindsay, he posted this Instagram thing that was like, I'm sorry, I'm taking a step back from the show. And everyone was like, what does this mean? What does this mean? They got a different person to host this season of After the Final Rose, but this interview on Good Morning America with Michael Strahan, which we're going to watch, is like his return and basically saying like, it's his I'm back, bitches. And
I am an imperfect man.
I think the biggest surprise for a lot of people is that this season was supposed to be a turning point for the show. We had the first Black Bachelor in the franchise's
He's
history
hot,
after
but he's
2
boring.
decades of being on the air. It was a move that had already been criticized as too little, too late by quite a few people, but now it's being overshadowed.
I don't regret
by
not
this
watching this
controversy
season. I can't
over
watch it
racism,
alone,
but
man.
not just by
There
a
she is, the
contestant on the show,
racist.
but also by its own host. And you are the face of the show. So
I have
a lot of
thoughts
people, and
on
I'm wondering, why would
producers.
you defend
Oh yeah, we could talk
Rachel
about
Kirkconnell?
producers.
I am an imperfect man. I made a mistake.
Incredible.
And I own that.
Do you think he owns that?
I believe
I
that
don't know.
mistake
Look at his little
doesn't reflect
eyes.
who I am.
This is a Zoom background,
or
100%.
what I stand for.
Oh, yeah. Look at his little
I am
body floating
committed
above it.
To the progress, not just for myself, also for
He's
the
committed
franchise.
to the progress.
My guess, these girls got
committed to
dressed up and went
this
to a
part.
party and had a great time. They were 18 years old. Now, does that make it okay? I don't know, Rachel. You tell me.
You said,
No,
quote,
Rachel, you tell
is
me.
it not a
So
good look in
fucked.
2018?
Well, fucking let her,
Or is it not a
dipshit.
good look in
Yeah, he would not.
2021? Because there's a big difference. So what is to you, what is the difference? Or is there
He's
one?
looking more like
There
Rudy
is not.
Giuliani from this angle. It's interesting.
Yeah,
Antebellum
he's really
parties
belting into Rudy.
are not okay.
Antebellum
Past,
parties are not okay.
Are not
present,
okay.
They are not
Future.
okay.
Knowing
Thanks,
what
tips.
that represents is unacceptable.
There you have it. Best apology
have it.
I've ever
Chris has
heard.
spoken.
Chris has spoken. Antebellum parties are not okay. So moving forward, let's remember that.
Antebellum parties are not okay.
So he's got to cancel his reservation at a giant Airbnb. Definitely rent it out.
I
Because
mean,
he-
Chris Harrison has been to close to 75 million plantation weddings, and you can't tell me otherwise.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah. You were going to say about the producers?
Oh, I was going to say, I was watching some woman's YouTube video, just like this breakdown of the situation. So I didn't have to do so much reading. So I was like, yeah, please, someone else tell me about
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
And she was talking about the producers and how they usually do such a deep dive. And I was like, so
Do they?
obviously if they did a deep dive. But they definitely would have realized she was, tangentially racist, loves, wait, what am I thinking of? Loves the Confederate flag.
Oh yeah,
like,
she's
was that
absolutely
part of it and shit?
horny
Like,
for the Confederate flag.
if they did such a deep dive, they would definitely bring her on, push her towards the front, and try to create drama.
Yeah.
Not because he would know, but because Bachelor Nation would surely find out somehow.
Right. I mean, and I do think now there's this like, I read a Vulture article about the drama, and there is this like these two worlds that exist around The Bachelor, which is like the show itself and then the culture and everything that happens outside of the show, which is almost like the more fun out of the two things. Like the show has the manufactured drama, the love story, whatever. But like outside of the show are these like contestants who are absurd because that's why they're cast. And they have like fucking weird past and they're sketchy and like they have tweets, you know what I mean? And that's become like its own thing. Like there's like a million podcasts about The Bachelor. Like there's an entire entertainment ecosystem around these people that have been on this show.
It's so broad, and it's
so
just
broad.
like getting huger. And then, all their little
The Bachelor subreddit is jumping. It's like always there's so many posts. I'm on it. I read it. I find it way more interesting than the show itself. I mean, that and the 90 Day Fiance subreddit, it's like prime reality TV subreddit. And RuPaul's Drag Race, of course, but that's more my fave show.
Right. It's just so wild just to see people who have no interest in politics or anything really. I mean, more of an interest in probably becoming famous, duh.
Yeah.
And then saying a few stupid things, it's spiraling, and then, realizing they haven't made very many good choices in their lives. And
Yeah.
like, it's like, that's fucking what happens. That's literally what happens when you put yourself out there like that. And also, I don't know, get into weird arguments and say stupid things your entire life too.
Yeah. I mean, so just to close out the Chris Harrison section, then we'll move on to the regular batch. So he made that apology. Oh, no. So after Chris Harrison and Rachel Lindsay had that interview, and Rachel K apologized. She posted this video and, whatever. It wasn't great. She was like, don't defend me. What I did was wrong, blah, blah, blah. And Rachel Lindsay was basically like, fine, okay, prove it. Prove that you're doing the work, prove it. And Rachel Lindsay got so fucking bullied that she had to deactivate her Instagram. And it's like, the people in this fan base have more compassion for Rachel K, who posed with a Confederate flag and goes to Old South parties, than Rachel Lindsay, who's dedicated to her entire career to try to speak to the fans of The Bachelor, who are incredibly white and racist, and educate them on race. And she gets bullied off of Instagram.
Right. Posed and defended the Confederate flag in private conversations that people just blast on the internet and shit. So yeah,
it just sucks. It's just gross. And I hate this country. They're so fucking backwards. But Rachel Lindsay's back on Instagram. I hope that she never does one more thing it's her choice, get that money, but I hope she leaves this toxic ass franchise. I don't care.
She's so much better than it. It's such a gross, weird place.
So much better than it.
It is so weird.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So let's talk about The Bachelor, the show. So I mentioned there were 25 seasons of The Bachelor, but in the entire Bachelor franchise, there have been over 50 seasons.
Amazing.
Which is Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, Bachelor
Sexy,
Pad,
sexy.
and Winter Games. And then they had that one season of Listen to Your Heart, which is the musical Bachelor.
Okay, never tried to watch.
No, absolutely not. Oh, and then there is going to be an older person Bachelor where everyone's 60. So that should be maybe interesting.
That would be hot. I would watch that. Ooh, I would watch that for sure.
It would definitely. I would watch that for sure because
That's funny.
I mean, the contestants will either be more charming or more pathetic, and what more could you want?
I mean, really, it's all I want in television.
So yeah, we sort of touched on this, but many contestants had violent criminal past. And I'm saying violent because I'm not talking about drug offenses. It's assault, sexual harassment, sexual misconduct, legit things that I wouldn't want to bring onto a dating show where there's copious amounts of alcohol and no sleep and everyone's under stress.
Right. And again, they say that they super duper fucking research these people. And it's do they? I mean, do they, or do they with the intention of bringing them on as, toxic, bad people?
I was listening to Sibling Rivalry, Bob the Drag Queen and Monet Exchange podcast, and they were talking about how when they auditioned to be on RuPaul's Drag Race, they had to do this psyche eval that had 500 questions. And it's one of those things where they ask you the same question over and over and over again in different ways. It's if you saw a kid drowning, how would you react? Or then it would be if someone came and told you that a kid was drowning, it's they just try to change things slightly in these questions.
That's so freaky.
So they talked about that.
Anytime
they had to do a psyche eval. You can be a violent criminal and pass a psyche eval.
It's true. And they have different versions of that for corporations and stuff when they have a hiring process, for large corps. And it's they ask you a series of questions and they want to know if you're basically easily adaptable and
Right.
easy to mold and all that shit, essentially. Like,
Right.
it's so gross.
I mean, and
God, I
the
hate
producers
working for
really manipulate the shit out of these contestants. But I'm saying, like, from the casting standpoint, like, they're already fucking up. And so many people with, like, insane tweets and Instagram posts, like, beyond the Confederate flag, like, straight up sexism, racism, Islamophobia. Recently, there was a contestant who was on Peter's season, Pilot Peter, another extremely boring bachelor.
I may have watched at least half of that.
No, I think we watched that together. There was a contestant
good.
on his season named Taylor, who's she's like a mental health counselor, and she when this controversy came up, she's like was very outspoken. Black Lives Matter. Like, Chris needs to take accountability. All of these people on the show need to take accountability. Why is this? Blah, blah. Her tweets came out, and these were fucking spicy tweets.
Interesting.
Like, every single, like, fatphobic, Islamophobic, anti-Semitic, homophobic, things that basically were like, if you're fat, you should kill yourself, essentially. And
Yikes.
like, there were maybe 100 of these tweets.
Okay.
The receipts were wild. And now the Department of Health is investigating her to revoke her license because she's a mental health counselor, and now she has this shit coming out about her. Yeah.
That's fun.
Isn't that wild?
That's wild. So she was a contestant?
Yeah.
Who was she again? I honestly forgot.
Yeah. She didn't have a huge thing, a huge story or anything, and I don't know how far she made it, but she's been very outspoken about, like, shit in Bachelor Nation. Jerry.
What is he watching?
He's watching, like, the NBA All-Stars. It's like,
oh, right. I forgot.
you know what? I'm just going to act like he's incensed about Taylor.
Bachelor Nation?
About Bachelor
okay.
Nation. So that's just one example. But, you know, obviously, I would say the Rachel Kirkconnell antebellum party. Like, Hannah Brown went to an antebellum party.
Oh, no. Did no one bring that up? Or
No one
did
brought
she
it
just
up.
straight up apologize immediately? I mean, just like, what's wrong with fucking apologizing immediately when you're called out?
I mean, I don't know.
Why double down?
Rachel
Why
Brown
fucking
also,
double down?
not Rachel Brown. Hannah Brown also had that controversy like a year ago when she was rapping along to a song and said the N-word.
Oh, jeez. Forgot about that.
I mean, there's just like, first of all, don't. Second of all, why would you look at that and then post it? You should be like, oh shit, my racism slipped. Let me re-record that so nobody knows.
I don't know. I guess she definitely just does that.
Yeah, exactly. God, okay. So that's contestants. There was a bachelor named Juan Pablo who was like,
I remember him because doesn't he like come back or whatever?
I don't know. He was not well liked. I did not watch this season. But he was problematic as shit during the season. And then he said like some homophobic stuff. He was like, there could never be a gay bachelor because it would like it would give children the wrong impressions if they saw that on TV.
Why would you say that?
I know.
They really wanted to be a lot like, what's it called? What is that damn show called now? I forgot. The one that did the
Real World?
No. What's that show? You showed me it. It's like the dating show. What the hell? It's on MTV, I think. Are You the One?
Oh, Are You the One is so good.
Remember?
Yeah, the gay Are You the One was the best season of dating reality TV I've ever seen.
They did it like that. They were just like, I know how to adapt easily.
If you have not seen...
bungled it. It was like a wrestling match. They just like made up some insane drama and like brought in some woman who was like, I feel like it was all like extremely produced.
Oh, you mean in Bachelor
their answer
in Paradise
to people saying that they were homophobic.
In Bachelor in Paradise, when Demi, one of the contestants, brought her like girlfriend that she had started seeing, and it was like this weird bisexual storyline, but it was completely fabricated, and like it so
seemed
weird.
Extremely fabricated. It was like,
I mean, I fully
it just
believe
seemed like
that,
a knee-jerk reaction.
Definitely. I fully believe that Demi is bisexual, but it makes no sense for you to have her bring like her girlfriend from the outside onto Paradise. Like, why can't she just leave and go be with her and like let that be the story? Like, that's what's so
the story.
Yeah. Like this rando that you met out like in the real world, you're gonna bring her to Paradise? Like, make it make sense.
It's another thing where I'm just like, aren't you guys obsessed with promoting from within? And then you bring out outside people into Bachelor Nation. It's so confusing.
How many contestants have been on that show and have been like scared to come out because of the toxic ass fan base?
Oh my God.
Probably a lot.
Never thought of that. Probably a lot.
Or maybe, I don't know. So
that's sad.
Yeah, and obviously there's never been a trans contestant. That goes without saying almost. So Bachelor in Paradise in 2017, there was a drama. So production was shut down after an incident where a guy and a girl maybe had sex. And what the suspicion was that the girl was too drunk to consent. So production shut down. They had like an independent investigation where they realized where it was like decided that did not happen. And they had a conversation about consent where Chris Harrison was like, if you're drunk, can you consent? And all these 21-year-olds were like, God. No, it's just, it's so cringy.
I feel like I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, Bachelor in Paradise is by far the best show in the franchise. No question.
I mean, it's the loosey-gooseyest for sure. They're always just shaking it up and they're just like, whatever.
They love to shake it up. Do that.
Yeah, it's a loosey-goosey app for them. But like, I'm not clear on even the rules for like intercourse on this show. Like, are you literally allowed to fuck? I do not understand.
I think you're allowed to fuck. But after this happened, they imposed drink limits. So on Love Island, at least, I know that there's a 2-drink limit.
Really?
Yeah, so now there are drink limits on The Bachelor, so I guess you can't get as wasted as you used to, which is fine, because they used to get fucked. It was... And then they'd be like, haha, you fell asleep randomly in the middle of the night. It's like, yeah, because we're filming from midnight to 7 a.m. and you're pumping alcohol in me. How do you expect me to stay awake?
It's so weird. I don't know. It's such a weird factory that they work in. I think the thing that really got me into the show, like, is Unreal. That like show that was
Unreal.
I mean, like, how real was it? Unreal was good.
Unreal was good. Well, I mean, the person who produced it worked on the show, and I've worked on some reality TV shows, and it is the way that the producers ask questions in those confessionals is extremely leading, because they'll be like, repeat the question back to me in the answer, but also answer this question. When you saw Denise go on a date with Robert, were you so jealous that you wanted to rip your hair out? And then they're like, you know what? When I saw Denise go on a date with Robert, I was so jealous I wanted to rip my hair out. You know what I mean? Like, it's just complete. Yeah. That's how it's that's how it's done. Like, would you say that you were like, I worked on the X Factor, the singing reality show. And so like, would you say you were extremely nervous to perform for Simon Cowell and to have him see you sing for the first time? Like, it's
right. And you can't just say yes because they have nothing to talk about then. Right. Obviously, it's just a shitty little interview. It's a confessional.
Right. And they definitely...
It's a coerced confessional.
They definitely pick a story for that person. And anything they say that doesn't involve that story is never going to be seen on air. I mean, they have to do that in a way because they have to make like TV characters out of human beings. But yeah. They do some people really dirty. They really do.
Yeah.
And some people also really very much suck.
I guess they pick them for a reason,
Yeah. Yeah.
Wild. Fucking wild.
And then, of course, a former bad boy who we've talked about many times, but Colton Underwood, the former Bachelor turned like legitimate stalker. He's trash. And he really popped off after the show.
He absolutely popped off. But like, that was the weirdest CZ maybe ever to me. That I've watched in my life.
It was a very weird season. They like definitely fetishized the fact that he was a virgin in a very weird way. Like they made him talk about it constantly. And I'm not trying to defend him because he ended up being really freaky and doing some fucked up shit to Cassie. And just as a refresher, he is the one who installed a tracking device on the back of her car and would like text her freaky shit. Like he would see where she was based on the tracker he installed and say like, say hi to this person for me from a random number that wasn't his.
Jesus Christ.
And then he pretended like he was getting these weird numbers from the stalker as well. And was like, Cassie, have you been getting texts from a number like this? But it was him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So
he needs to see a psychologist.
I think he definitely took a step back to focus on himself. We'll see what that means. I hope
My goodness.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
And because they were on TV, the fan base feels so entitled to their life story. And like when Cassie, who's like very clearly a stalking victim in this scenario, is expected to like talk about it at length with these randos on the internet. That's
very weird.
It is.
Oh God.
It is.
I mean,
I might not watch the rest of the
out
season.
Here. I mean, you heard it here first. My name is Zoe Clark, and I'm putting my foot down.
That's how I fix the problem. I'm boycotting.
Right, you did it.
I did it.
You really did
so
it.
brave to boycott The Bachelor. No, but I will watch Bachelor in Paradise, definitely.
Whatever. That's a vacation, I guess. Maybe I'll even watch Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah, Bachelor in Paradise is fun, except it's 3 hours a week, which is obscene.
Oh no, I can't commit to that. I forget how much fucking time it is.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I don't know.
Well, I don't have anything else on The Bachelor, so if you have any final roses to add in.
Final roses. I don't know, man. Just fucking apologize if you get called out.
Yep.
Chris Harrison.
Step down.
Immediately. Plus literally everyone.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's not going to be any shortage of drama from future contestants because it seems like they know how to pick them. And it feels like they want these kind of people that are weirdly going to be abrasive to, what's going on.
Yeah.
Like it's
just so
what they're trying to build. It feels very like, sorry, what were you going to say?
They can like have a black bachelor or a black bachelorette. They could fire Chris Harrison and replace him with fucking Michael Strahan and have a black host. But like the problems with the franchise go so deep. Like the producers, the structure of the show, like obviously casting is fucked, but everyone in charge of that show is white, and it's like it's been around for a bajillion years. And obviously no one who like they have a hit on their hands. They're not going to fucking leave or promote. They're not going to promote a person of color to producer and lose their power. Like there's so much that needs to be done internally on that show that like any Band-Aid they use with like a bachelor or bachelorette of color, like it's such transparent bullshittery. And that's why it's like, don't replace Chris Harrison. Fine. Like Chris Harrison isn't the problem. The entire fucking show is the problem. So, I don't know. I mean, he should step down and die, I guess, but whatever.
I think immediately after he steps down, he will die. I think that's what happens.
He's definitely powered.
That's why he's only doing it temporarily. It's true. He can't live without it. It is the very reason he opens his eyes every day.
I mean, he's going to have
just bringing people together.
He's going to have such a little speech at the beginning of whatever he hosts next, like whether it's Bachelor in Paradise. He's going to be like, this summer, I learned a lot. I read a couple books, drank a few martinis, and now I consider myself an expert in anti-racism. Bachelor in Paradise, let's begin. And then off they go.
I don't know if it works like that, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, happy for Chris Harrison. Get that money, honey.
Get that money, honey. You're right. I'm sure he's just starving for it with his $25 million. Where do you think he lives? That's our next big question. Brentwood? Where does he live?
Brentwood's a really good guess.
Feels like Brentwood to me. He seems like that old, like annoying kind of white man. He would definitely live in Brentwood. Are you looking up his address?
Yeah, I'm gonna Chris Harrison address. Where does Chris Harrison live?
There was a part of the interview. Which interview? I forget which one. And he said something like,
Wait.
People change, blah blah blah, and like I grew up in Texas in the 70s, so
literally, you'll never
like elaborate on that.
Guess. You'll never guess where he lives.
Oh my God. Lomita, California.
Preceded by the likes of Elon Musk and Joe Rogan, to name a few, Chris Harrison is the latest A-list celebrity to move to Texas in the past year.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
I am.
You are sus?
I'm very sus.
Wow.
What's going on with him?
Is he okay? Okay, so
I don't know.
he is a native. He is from Texas.
He said some of the games that I played when I was a kid, I mean, you couldn't even, it's like, what? Okay, Cowboys, and I refuse to say it.
Okay.
I'll just put a gulp here.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. Cowboys and Gobble.
Cowboys and Gobble. That's exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah, he's talking about
And
Cowboys
what
and
we're going to
Gobble.
call it.
But the thing is, like, why didn't he take that opportunity to say why that's bad?
There you go. Like
Why
I
was
just
he
don't
like,
think.
when I was a kid, we used to play Cowboys and Gobble. And at the time, I didn't see that was bad. But now I realize that was, I don't know,
I just
dismissive
feel like
of the genocide on the indigenous population. Ha ha ha.
I feel like this was part of the Rachel Lindsay interview because he kept talking about himself.
Yeah.
And like his experiences with racism when like, at the part when he was like, I'm on both sides, the liberals hate me and the conservatives hate me. And it's like, what are we even talking about anymore? That you're hated by them,
that a brag?
by everyone too? Like, I'm sorry, what? You're not a victim here, you dick.
He's literally the least victim I've ever seen.
The least victim.
He's the least
pro
victim.
tip 101. You're not a victim when you're apologizing, you dumbass.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good point.
He wasn't even apologizing at that point. He was just like trying to point out other people's racism, but like
Victims?
Still, you're not a victim.
You're not a victim. You moved to Texas. Like, get over yourself, loser. Anyway, let's shut the door on
Ted Cruz.
Oh, yeah. He suckles on that nip all day long. Definitely a registered Republican.
I think so.
Yes.
Brought to you by Lady Pod.
You
Oh my God, I
always
almost
try
ended
to end
the episode.
the podcast.
It was the ghost of Mark trying to end the podcast.
They met.
What's happening with you, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does Mark watch The Bachelor?
Yeah. I think his wife might watch it, and then he complains, but then he gets into it.
He gets really into it.
He pounds back through a few mic cards, and he's like, definitely upset when certain ladies go home.
He loves to treat himself to a Mike's Hard on Bachelor night, and can you blame him?
I can't. Listen, Mark.
Okay, who is your good boy this week?
Let me pee.
Yeah. I'm gonna get some water. When I went out and got water, Jerry was like, Mindy Kaling got a bloomin' onion. So and he was like, I'm going to send it to you on Instagram.
Fuck?
Bust an onion. I don't care about a bloomin' onion.
Wait, she got one or she made? I do not understand.
Looks like
she bragging
bought
that
one.
she ordered one? Mindy, we can
she's
all get that.
Yeah, that's not like, that's a real like, I mean, maybe it was a sponsored post. Email Diane. Because Diane's favorite food group is bloomin' onion.
Oh my God. She bases her entire day and lifestyle around bloomin' onions.
She fully lives the bloomin' onion lifestyle. The bloomin'
whole
onion
kitchen.
diet.
She loves it. She just gets one. She doesn't make it. But her house does smell like grease and onions. So that's
constantly.
Mm-hmm.
She on Google Maps, she programmed it so her house is called Bloomin' Onion. You know how people can do that? Anyway, who are your good boys this week?
People can do that. Mine's kind of like a TV talk, half C. So
Hey,
we're gonna have to watch it though. It's
is it a YouTube video?
Yeah, it's definitely Natalia's
You are so horny.
YouTube
Oh
channel.
my God.
It's so good. It's so good. It's hilarious.
Okay,
Can we please just watch some?
Sure. Should I do my quick good boy first, and then we can watch it, and then we'll be smooth transition to TV talk?
Smooth transition your ass off.
Okay. And I will. I think I might. So my good boy this week is a mobile game. It's called Brick Out. I'm on level like 100 like 40 something.
In one weekend?
No, not in one weekend, but like in 1 week. And it's really fun. It's like that kind of game where you know the game where you have the ball and you have to break the bricks.
Wait, it's Brick Brack or whatever the fuck that game's called?
Brick Out. It's kind of like there was
Brick
a game
Out.
called Smashing. It was like you take a ball and it like hits. You have to hit each brick
Paddle?
a certain amount of times.
Oh, goodness. Wow, you're really
And
killing it with these bricks. Jeez Louise.
I'm obsessed with bricks.
You love
Full-on
games.
I do love games. I'm a gamer, so sue me. So anyway, if you're looking for a new puzzle game that's sort of a chill vibe until you get into the later levels, then you will want to hurt yourself. It's called Brick Out, and it's very fun.
It's called Brick Out and it's very fun. My name is Zoe Claire. I'm going to put that in the Slammer.
What's her name? Natalie Mordovin? Natalie 90 Day Fiance.
That's the easiest thing to Google.
Natalie Motrovoska-Deska.
Sure.
Cooking salmon and salad. Which one should I watch?
I mean, they're all great. Some of them are so, it depends what you want to watch. Do you want to watch her fumble something weird? Or do you want to, because her sushi one.
How to make sushi at home. 49K views.
Speaking of transitions, her transitions are toit. You're going to love them.
I'm excited. Okay,
You're really going to lose your mind.
Let me skip. Oh, wow. She's full on wearing an insensitive outfit.
Yep.
That's unbelievable. Okay. So
I decided to cook Japanese sushi.
Okay, I'm not going to lie.
So,
this is very similar to the type of shirt I wore at my bar mitzvah.
Oh, no.
I had a very Asian-inspired top. And thinking about it now, it probably was not okay. So before it gets out there, I am sorry because I did look like Natalie.
And at the package you will find
No, my mommy told me that I should get it.
Oh, okay. Well, movies are wrong all the time.
Really proper,
I know.
Because it's so important. Most important.
She doesn't have a ring on.
Slide the fish pretty soon.
Oh, didn't think to look at that.
Sneaky.
Cheeky.
She's making a Philadelphia roll.
We can skip to the middle or whatever.
And she has chopsticks in her hair. You know, not everyone needs a cooking show.
I'm excited a lot.
That's what I think.
I don't think that knife is sharp enough to do this maneuver with. She's trying to slice the salmon like...
This evening,
Who's filming this?
Philadelphia rolls.
That's my other question.
But COVID helped me to realize
Friend or neighbor?
Home.
First Philadelphia roll ever.
One thing I wouldn't do is do a cooking show with food I don't know. I would just do Uncrustables with cheese.
You...
In case rice doesn't stop.
Oh yeah,
she's the last. She's the last person I would want. Like I don't eat sushi. I hate seaweed. I hate the smell of seaweed and the way it sounds when people eat it. The crunch grosses me out.
I know about your seaweed traumas. Actually, I do.
Yeah, I have legit seaweed traumas. So a seaweed killed my firstborn. Just kidding.
You're right.
Why are you rolling sushi for the first time in your life on your YouTube channel?
That's exactly my thought.
3. Oh! Almost done! I did it.
Oh my god.
Okay, I moved it. Great. Oh, it was pretty exciting.
She's really
okay, you see what
not doing well.
I left a little bit
I guess
over
this is sort of
the
like what
rice.
ASMR chill vibes.
And here also
But
I
like,
have
this
to
isn't
do
very
this,
chill. But
Also,
it is
this
funny.
is a pretty ugly kitchen.
Now,
It's like something needs to be brightened up in there. You know, it's just very brown. Paint the cabinets. Put like a brighter countertop. Different, even if it was a white backsplash, like it needs something.
so it was more smooth.
I just think
and after I put it
a
in the
knob
particular
option.
cooker, usually people use it
Yeah.
Different
to
knob
create
option.
cakes, but
Yeah. The knobs are
I feel like this is like This looks like a condo, like a new condo.
Place is
this is definitely a
small
condo.
town.
Yeah.
Is a cooking place.
Very much condo. Okay, well,
It's enormous kitchen.
That was extremely
I just
insightful.
need you to. I just want you to see the sushi output.
Okay.
Because it's like really big.
Okay.
If I use TikTok, I would only be a duet with her.
I don't know. I mean, if she's on it, I would be all about it. Yeah, that's not how you're supposed to slice a sushi.
Quite enormous. I'll just put the sushi struggle part in.
Yeah, that's
more.
oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god, no. Okay, we're done. We're done.
The screen.
We're done. Oh, I'm done. Why would you make me watch her eat? That's disgusting. No one should ever eat. All right, TV talk.
I cannot.
TV talk. Well, we have not talked about the Woody Allen documentary since we had our first epidoodle, or we had our Woody Allen epidoodle. How do you feel about the docu so far?
I mean,
huge perv.
Definitely a pervert. And it's like,
pervert.
It's also so like I don't love anyone in this. Like I know that Mia Farrow's like a bit of a weird kid collector. I don't think anyone should have that many children. And like Woody's a pervert. So like
she's clearly like very much involved in the production of this documentary. It's filmed at her house. Her insanely decorated house. It is so cluttered.
Right. And like she loves I don't know, whatever.
I would have sold that fucking house.
Oh yeah, no. I would have sold that fucking house.
If
too.
my partner of many years molested my daughter in a home, I would sell the shit out of it.
I probably would have burned it down for
I would have fucking burned
those memories. Like
yeah, for sure. I certainly would not blame Dylan for never wanting to go back there, but Dylan God, it's such a shitty situation. Anyway, any other TV talks? No Law and Order this week. RuPaul's Drag Race. Did you watch Snatch Game?
No, I haven't watched it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I can't wait then.
It's fun. It's fun. I think the person who won deserved it, but I think that I would have had a different top 3, and that's what I'll say about it. And I agree with the bottom 2, and they're my hot takes.
It's one thing I really look forward to.
It's a good
I hated this season, so
I know you have not liked this season at all. I kind of understand what you mean, but there were a couple standout Snatch Game performances. I'll say that.
I mean, I did start watching a little bit of
UK.
Yeah, but then I realized I was like, what the hell? She put so much effort into the US one and the UK one, and she like did not even show up for the Canadian one one bit. She did not. She did not give a shit. And it's like,
nope. That made you mad?
Yeah. I'm mad at Rue though. I'm very mad at Rue.
Rue sucks. Rue fucking sucks. And yeah, she does.
Yeah, she just
And they just announced the cast for RuPaul's Down Under, and the names of those queens are pretty good. One of them is named Karen from Finance, which I think is a great drag queen name.
That is amazing. Oh,
isn't it so good?
That's so good.
And then another one is Another one is etc., which I also like.
All right, I'm interested.
Yeah, but Karen from Finance is like, wow.
Top tier.
90 Day Fiance. Was there anything exciting that happened?
Wow.
Well, old key lime yogurt is officially just like trying to date Ryan's cousin for real now, Harris.
That's what a twist and turn of events, man.
What a twist and turn of events. But it seems like he's like, I don't want to go there. Like, he seems a little bit more apprehensive to like straight up moving to Michigan than Ryan was, but open to it.
She's got some serious problems, but also, that episode when she was like the one before this one, when she kicked him out of the hotel or whatever, was because apparently he ripped off his condom or something, or he didn't put a condom on.
He didn't put a condom on.
So that wasn't it like, I mean, that is technically rape. Was that the rape she was talking about that happened and producers did nothing about it?
Probably.
Because I feel like that was something in the Reddit. So that must be it.
That must be it. I mean, yeah, damn. I do. I mean, you know how Unreal they had the cameras on all night long and like people watching the feeds?
Right.
I do know that there is someone's job, like when on The Bachelor, when they go into the fantasy suite, there is someone that has to watch it happen, watch everything that goes down to make sure like it's all kosher. Like someone is watching it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same on 90 Day Fiance or not. Because it's like on those shows, there's cameras everywhere. There are cameras in the room. There are hidden cameras. Like on 90 Day Fiance, it does seem like they give them their privacy in a way. I mean, it's not a date. It is a dating show, but it's not a dating competition show.
I'm very curious. Yeah, it's curious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's trash all around. You know me.
It's all just, you're right. It's complete trash.
I mean, all slop off the ground. I've been watching a lot of their weird fringe shows on Discovery Plus. Thank you to Verizon for giving me 6 whole months of it for free. You guys are the real heroes, not me who pays you.
Start clapping for them every night at 8 p.m.
I'd rather. Do they still clap in your neighborhood? No one claps around here.
No.
Okay.
We've fully given up on the first, what?
I miss my neighborhood.
Oh, the fire.
I went there to go pay rent, and it was the apartment next door was literally on fire. I was like, oh, okay, sounds nice. And then I got another citizen update that was like someone was wielding a weapon in front of the fire. And it was like,
yeah, I mean that's how
you can still get in the building.
I'm very excited for the new Law and Order SVU coming out April 1st, along with Law and Order Organized Crime coming out on the same night. Big crossover event. I really sounded like we were sponsored by Law and Order for a second, and I wish. Okay, wow. I think this has been a chonky ep. What? Okay.
Sorry for the chonkorama. Sometimes when I'm texting you when I'm watching the episode, it's like I don't know why I have the sound on my phone, but like maybe I'm waiting for fucking Postmates or some shit. But it's so confusing because your text is the Law and Order dun dun.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is. And
that's your noise for my text.
LNO. It is.
I love that.
Yeah, you're the LNO gal.
Oh my god. Well, you're welcome, everyone who lives near you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you have any other lingering TV talks? Are you gonna watch Masked Singer this season? I don't know if I can do it. Okay, if you start, let me know because there is, and we'll post the Russian dolls in Wilmer Sliderama. Maybe we'll post like a little snippet, because they're really just ever since what was it, the Snow Owls? Like
now they're doubling down.
They're really popping off. And the thing about the Russian dolls is they had to like move the mouth like a puppet. It was pretty awesome.
It's so wild. I'm so glad they're doing it. Who was your prediction? Oh, the Hanson Bros.
It wasn't my prediction. It was just in the comments they said that.
Got it.
And everyone confirmed it. So I was like, okay, so that's who it is. Y'all are no fun. Wow. You're not dumb like Kevin Jong. Anyway, rate and review the pod, Bad Boy Pod on Apple Podcasts, 5-star review. Now, every single week I say 5-star review, but what I mean is a 5-star rating, and then you're going to write a spicy review, and you're going to send it. You're going to take a screenshot, and you're going to send it to Diane at badboypod.com, where you can also send your bad boys, good boys, TV talks, etc.
Yeah.
You can send a screenshot there, and we'll send you a Diane pin and a personalized note from Diane, is what the end of that sentence was.
Mm-hmm. She loves to receive emails, and she loves to send mail. 2 of her favorite hobbies.
And shop.badboypod.com for some garb, and also at Bad Boy Podcast for everything you need in terms of Instagram and Twitter. I mean, is there more you can want? Doubt it.
Probably not. I can't think of anything more.
Take me out to the ball game. Play brick out.
This is gamer talk.
Yeah. Definitely baseball it up.
Wait, do you play Mario Kart with bros?
I have before. Why, you want to play? You want to play
Maybe.
Rainbow Road? Okay, we'll talk about it.
Rainbow Road.
I've been playing Mario regular. We could play like as a little team. Jared's Mario and I'm Luigi. And that's been fun. That's
a fun couples activity. Do you say Mario or Mario IRL?
Mario.
Your family. Do they say that too?
I think so. We're not often talking about them, but when they come up, I think we all say Mario and Luigi.
Often at the dinner table.
Yeah, it's so contentious. It's like, don't talk about religion, sports, or Mario versus Mario.
Oh my God, they'll flip a table.
They
I understand. I get it. People get mad.
Not sports. The brotherly love is real.
It's true.
Do you think Mario and Luigi have ever jerked off together?
Oh, I'm gonna die. I wish to die now.
My lady parts.
Email Diane.